there, this is Jill from Relax, Release and Reiki, and welcome to this Reiki session where I like to set the intention to release fears. So we've all got a script that is running in the background full of beliefs, some of which are uplifting and some of which are limiting insofar as they are negative beliefs that we hold about ourselves and about the world and our place in it. And so much of that is actually written, if we're using the script analogy, when we're small children during our formative years, so from 0 to about 8 or 10. And that sadly, during that time we have no frame of reference, so we misinterpret things and we store them away as something negative when maybe at the time it wasn't. So these things don't have to be a result of trauma, they can just ordinary life experiences. And what I've been guided to share today is that when we don't address our fears, they can pop up during our dreams as a way of trying to process them and let them go. So as we go into this, I'm going to invite you to think about, what have your dreams been about lately? Vivid dreams, maybe even unsettling or full-on disturbing dreams. What have they been about? And as we go into the Reiki more and you can relax and think more expansively, you'll get a feeling, an intuitive feeling about what they actually relate to. If you are not somebody who recalls their dreams, I just feel that something will come up for you. We're all holding things like this because it is part of the human experience. Anyway, let's just see where your energy wants to take you. So I've already, as soon as I hit record, I start channeling. And so as we go into the Reiki, deeper into the Reiki session, you will relax more and more. Your energy will come back into alignment, feeling less scattered, a lot lighter. And it allows you to think and feel much more expansively without your rational brain interfering. And most definitely without your chimp brain wanting to muscle in there as well. So as well as all of the things I've said, Reiki is very deeply, deeply relaxing. If nothing else, you will feel very calm and relaxed. It's really like an energy reset. And as well as feeling calm and relaxed, you'll feel energized. And you'll be able to tap into that energy and channel it into whatever you want to use it for. What's not to love, hey? Okay. Let's start with some diaphragmatic breaths. I've said this so many times, a really beautiful way to really deeply relax, signal to your brain that it's time to rest and it's time to repair. So triggering our parasympathetic nervous system and all that good stuff. So let's breathe in deeply through our nose, bring the breath right down deep into your diaphragm, maybe even just gently push out your belly button as you expand your lungs. And then breathe out, if you can, through your mouth, slowing the exhale down, looking to release every last drop of air. Let's do that. So let's breathe in Bring the breath nice and deep and exhale, slowly, slowly, slowly releasing the breath. Take your time, there's no rush, you don't need to follow me, go at your own pace. Breathe in. Keep going, see if you can drink in a little bit more air into those lungs. And slowly exhale when you're ready. See if you can push out a little more air without straining, of course. Couple more, so breathe in. Really take the breath really deep down and exhale. Bring your shoulders away from your ears as you let the breath out. They love to pop up. One more time, breathe in. Take your time, really biggest breath that you've taken so far. And breathe out. And just come back to normal breathing. But know that just those few lovely deep breaths will work magic. Your breathing will naturally slow down. Your heart rate will slow down, as it does when you prepare for sleep. And little by little, your thoughts will slow down. Of course, you'll still have thoughts popping in. Sometimes they'll seem a little bit random. It's all good. Just acknowledge them and let them float on by. But trust me when I say that as we go deeper and deeper into this Reiki session, your thoughts will slow. It's just the natural way of it, okay? So just trust that and then don't give it another thought. Just stay focused on your breathing, tapping into your energy. If you want to, you can listen to my voice, but you don't have to. You can listen to the music. Whatever works for you is perfect. So, I like to imagine Reiki as a beautiful ball of golden energy spinning just above the crown of my head. And each time you breathe in, you're breathing in the light and love that is Reiki energy, healing energy. And it flows to every cell of your body, every fibre of your being. I like to think of it as my body lighting up with golden light. And as you breathe out, Reiki is flushing out, dislodging, releasing, whatever word you want to use, any stale energy. Anything that isn't serving you. It may be that you've held on to some words that you've heard or that you've said or received. It could be a memory. It could be energy you're holding as a discomfort or pain or maybe even illness in your body. So letting that go. Anything that isn't serving you, you can just let it go. Just simply by breathing in, bringing in the Reiki. It's like blowing up a balloon. There's So filling up with the high vibrating, uplifting, healing, loving light of Reiki. And as that energy expands, it's pushing out any lower vibrating energy out through the soles of your feet. That just naturally happens as you breathe in and breathe out. Okay. So the other thing, well, Reiki is just amazing. It works on so many levels. It is a little bit of magic that we can pull into our lives. So one of the things it does is rebalance our chakras, which are just energy centers, and as you scan down from the crown of your head to the root of your spine, those are the major chakras there, and they represent different things, which I'm not going to go into in this Reiki session. But as you receive more and more Reiki, relax deeper, and your chakras naturally come back in alignment, which means that they're spinning. I like to imagine them going round in a clockwise motion. They're open and they are balanced. And as this happens just naturally through the course of a Reiki session, you'll find you feel as though you're much more in flow. It's so easy for our energy to feel scattered. We're pulled in so many directions. So it's very typical that our chakras can just get slightly out of alignment, or if something a bit more significant happens, they can actually stop spinning or not spinning as well. And that's another really great reason to do Reiki, just to bring your energy back into flow, back into alignment, like an energetic reset and an energetic cleanse. And you'll find as a result of that you just feel lighter. You're getting rid of that lower vibrating energy, and so naturally you just feel lighter, less burdened, less overwhelmed. And it's a really lovely feeling. And there are lots of moving parts to this, so you're just naturally feeling more and more relaxed, content and calm. So if you can visualize Reiki energy flooding in through the crown of your head, down into your face, neck and shoulders, all of the muscles relaxing, releasing any tension, any trapped energy. If you can't visualize, don't worry, just feel it, or just say to yourself, I'm releasing tension in my body. That's all you need to do, just setting the intention to release tension, release stale and trapped energy. Flowing down your arms, softening your elbows, your wrists, your hands and fingers, so your arms feel comfortably heavy. Reiki light and love flooding into your chest, softening all the muscles that run along your spine. Maybe you feel that your spine just sinks into your chair or wherever you're lying a little bit more. of the muscles in your chest, tummy, hip area and pelvis, that sort of bowl in your pelvis area. All of those muscles relaxing, releasing any tension, releasing whatever needs shifting, relaxing the muscles in your bottom, and then just feeling your legs relax, no longer clenching them or holding them, just allowing them to comfortably just be where they are. Maybe your feet slightly flop out to the side if you're lying down. So your thigh muscles relax, your knees soften, calves let go of any tension, softening your ankles, toes, feet, and the Reiki flooding out through the soles of your feet, letting go of shifting your energy basically into a higher vibration. So already feeling more and more relaxed with every breath you take, just naturally feeling more relaxed, going deeper and deeper into the Reiki. And it can feel like you're detaching from your physical body just for the time that you're receiving the Reiki, and that somehow your energy is separate to your physical body, and that it's floating so just allow your energy to go wherever it wants to go. Really surrender to this process as you relax deeper and deeper, becoming much more expansive. So staying nice and calm and just being curious. There's no right or wrong in this. Have a think about any dreams you've had lately that you remember, of course. Or if you're not someone who remembers their dreams, have a think about whether there's been a bit of a nagging feeling about something where you've not felt 100% sure about a situation, particularly your part in it. Allow those feelings to bubble up. It's safe to do so. Reiki is always a return to love, so it's not going to be anything that's disturbing. Just notice, almost as a third party observer, what niggling doubts, what fears are you holding? What does this feel like it is to you? Maybe take a deep breath and relax. Really the out breath out. Trust what comes up for you first of all. Put aside your rational thinking brain and just feel your way through this intuitively. Maybe you can feel it in your physical body, somewhere in your energy. What does this feel like it relates to? If If your energy feels like it wants to go back in time, allow it to do so. So often it relates to some kind of childhood experience or series of experiences. Nothing traumatic even, just something somebody said, just a chance remark, and you just maybe misinterpreted it. Okay, it's all sorts of reasons. Perhaps it's just overhearing your parents talking, or a significant adult, and then you've banked or created a belief off the back of that, but one that isn't serving you. So yeah, what's coming up? But definitely there'll be a version of you that's in the middle of this. So whether it's feeling like it's something recently, or whether your energy wants to take you back in time, go with the flow of it. Release any resistance. Just imagine that you're just yourself, a ball of energy. It's floating, and so you can drift back in time. So you're watching a video of your life, going back. And when you get a version of yourself, reassure that version of yourself that everything is okay. So whatever's coming up, reassure yourself that they're okay, that they can let that feeling go, and welcome in whatever the opposite of it is. So if it's not feeling deserving, if it's feeling a bit stupid or humiliated or misunderstood, hurt, unliked, unloved, whatever it happens to be, reassure yourself. Be that loving parent to yourself that says the right thing to reassure you. You are loved, you are liked, you are competent, you are amazing. You're welcome. You're needed. You're loved again. It always comes back to love. Whatever it is. And then I'd invite you to set the intention to cut any cords that link you to those feelings. So typically we have energetic cords that link us to other people. So whenever we have an interaction, we create some kind of energetic cord. Now it can be quite flimsy if it's just, buying a bottle of water in a shop, and it almost of no consequence. But we have deeper cords with family members, when there's been a significant event. So if you imagine those cords all over your body, which is why we hold the energy of things in different parts of our body, but they're all over our body, so I don't worry about that too much, where and you might feel it in your body or in your energy. It doesn't really matter. And don't worry if you can't visualize it, it's just intuitively know it. So I invite you to set the intention to release any cords, sending them back with love to anything or anyone that is holding you in this space that relates to the way you're feeling at the moment, or the feeling that has come up for you. So just as an example, if you felt that you weren't quite good enough, or you didn't have what it takes to do something, just say to yourself, I'm releasing the energetic cords that tie me to that feeling of not being enough, not having what it takes. Okay. So I release any energetic cords which tie me to the feeling that I am. And you fill in the blank. All you need to do is say it out loud, say it in your head. And releasing those cords back with love. No vengeful thinking, just a loving thing to do. Just releasing that energy. Oftentimes we release ourselves from it, but often we release the other person as well. So it can be a beautiful thing to do. Of course, if more than one feeling has come up, release the cords relating to that as well. Okay. All right. So, doing an energetic release like that creates space in our energy bubble, which is always beautiful. So, we're just going to fill that space with love for ourselves, self-love, unconditional self-love, and self-acceptance. You can say to yourself, I welcome in unconditional self-love and self-acceptance. I am sending that energy your way as well. Sometimes we find it a little hard to do that for ourselves. So I'm sending you energy so that you welcome in self-love, unconditional self-love and self-acceptance. So that your bubble of energy is filling up with that high vibrating love and self-acceptance. Actually, just before we come back into the room, and now that you've started that process of releasing the energy behind some doubts, fears that have come up. I just burped, I'm sorry, but it's actually quite good, and you might find that you do that as well. It is an energetic release. So segue. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so you're filling up. You've started the process of releasing the lower vibrating energy and welcoming in at the other end of the scale, which is love and compassion. So just notice how you feel now compared to when you first started this Reiki session. And more specifically, notice how you feel when you think about daring to do something that maybe felt scary before. And whatever it was that was troubling you, or you had this nagging feeling about, think about it now. How does it feel already? Does it feel different? Does it feel lighter? Does it feel actually that feeling, the negative feeling, is just completely gone? Like it was never a thing. If there is some residual feeling, don't be quick to judge it. A couple of things here. So every time we do an energy release, there's a healing that comes with it. So if you're releasing something big, because Reiki is just pure love, it's not going to be a brutal release where you then have to take to your bed for 3 or 4 days because you're exhausted. So it's going to be a gentle release of that energy. So over the course of a few days, maybe even weeks, but just trust that the process has started, okay? And just now and again check in with yourself, not in a sense of being impatient, but just observing, how am I feeling now about this? Okay, so that's one thing. The other thing is sometimes there are layers to things. So there's the quite easily accessible outer layers of a fear, or a fear, I think, doubt is probably not so significant, but where there's a deep-seated fear, negative beliefs linked to it, it's a case of peeling back the layers. So today, maybe if I let go of 1 or 2 layers, and then you'll need to revisit it and just gradually release. You're just going through different things coming up, taking you back to different scenarios where you cord cut, you release the energy. The key thing is to be patient, to show yourself compassion and love, a bit more than anything, which of course you've welcomed in, so I'm sure that will be the case. Okay. Right, let's start the process of coming back into the room. So rejoin your physical body. So by that I mean just notice where you're sitting or lying down, how it feels. Have a stretch, wriggle around if whatever you need to do, yawn. Open your eyes and come back into the room. Okay, great. So yeah, as I said, these things don't necessarily just happen overnight. I know we kind of had that expectation that things should do. We live in a very immediate culture, but when it comes to energy, it doesn't always work that way. So just check in. How do I feel about this? And repeat this process as many times as you need to. If you feel a bit stuck with this, please leave me a comment. You can even email me if you want to just do that privately, and I'll see what I can do to help. And if you haven't subscribed to your channel and this resonated with you, I would really appreciate if you would subscribe and let anyone you know who could do with some of Reiki, let them know about my channel. Other than that, as always, I wish you lots of love and happiness.